Right, here we are then, Joe. Post-fight, your predictions are pretty much spot on, mate, to be fair. What was your intake on the fight, anyway?
Yeah, I think, I think it was a comfortable enough win. Some strange judging going on there. I'm sorry, it might be me, but I can't help but thinking sometimes there's corruption somewhere. Because how a bloke can give that 2 rounds to Joshua is beyond me. But it was quite a comfortable win. Nice round on the 9th for Joshua. Laid a bit of pressure on, but you know, this bloke just had a, you know, he ain't really gone into the trenches yet, Usyk. There's a lot more we can see of Usyk. I still thought it was a fairly controlled, nice, technical boxing performance and a comfortable win as far as I'm concerned.
You yourself and other people believe that Usyk have more gears to go. It looked that way. Do you fully believe that?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the best round of the fight for Joshua was 9, and he put a bit of pressure on, but if you look closely, a lot of those punches were just taken on the arms and just riding away, and he may have wanted the round off, so much so that he went to another gear in round 10, and he won that round even easier than Joshua won the 9th. No, he's a super athlete. You know, to be honest, to be fair to Joshua, I thought he performed a bit better than the last fight, but he's just not he's not that level of Usyk.
Yeah, that's fair to say. And now with the fight between Usyk and Fury, that's got to happen, do you think?
Absolutely, it was always on the cards, wasn't it? If we have Joshua fighting Fury, losing a couple of times, I know that Eddie Hearn made it his best opportunity to get that happen, because I mean, the fight wasn't finished in London 2 minutes before he said the return of Usyk. So Hearn's golden egg that he's protected, nurtured and grown, and they've made fortunes of money out of it, and fair play to them for that. But would it really be the fight the public want to see when a bloke's already been beat by Usyk and Andy Ruiz? For me, not, because Fury's too much for Joshua.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see the Usyk.
But when we bring a man
fight
that's had something like 370 fights collectively, possibly 360, only ever lost 15, including amateur and professional, unbeaten as a professional, we bring 2 unbeaten records, don't we, to the table? So that's, of course, the fight we all want to see now.
Yeah, so that's going to be spoken about a lot more. And what's your thoughts on Joshua now? Do you think he can still carry on? Where does he go? What do you think? What's your thoughts on Joshua right now?
Well, yeah, look, I mean, there's professionals around the world that had 30 fights, won 10, they still love their sport and they want to go on, so I can't blame the man if he wants to go on. But the thing is, that's his decision, you know. A lot of us have fought at lower levels and enjoyed doing so, you know what I'm saying, myself included. So there's nobody to say that if boxing makes him tick and to keep himself fit and strong, he's still a young man. There is plenty of fights out there, but I don't see him in the top 5 or 6. I mean, for me, Deontay Wilder beats him, Usyk has beat him, Tyson Fury beats him, Joe Joyce beats him, arguably Daniel Dubois. Yeah, I mean, bear in mind, it's only 1-1 with Andy Ruiz, and that second fight with Andy Ruiz seemed to be something missing there. I can't put my finger on it. Somebody might know a bit more than me, but yeah. So he's probably, there's 5, 6, 7 heavyweights out there can beat him, and some have proven to have beaten him. So he's a good fighter, and I was, to be honest with you, quite impressed. I thought he put a better performance up than he did in London last night, but it's still a bridge too far. Where can he go? Yeah, there's big fights out there, but he's not the real deal. Let's get that right. Eddie Hearn's golden egg. He's not. There's bigger, better golden eggs out there than Anthony Joshua.
There was some post-fight antics with Anthony Joshua in the ring, out the ring, and losing his head a little bit. What did you make on that?
Well, he's just said and done some silly things, isn't he? And he ain't winning. This golden boy that won the Olympics, that were given an opportunity with the authorities, and don't blame him for that, and he took it with both hands. But he's acting, he's not winning the votes of the public, is he? He's just acting a bit immature there, isn't he? I don't know. I really don't know how he thought he won the fight. But he thought he won it.
Do you think he really believed he won the fight? Because I don't think no one really believed he won the fight. I've not heard of anyone thinking that he won the fight.
Well, I've heard rumours out there. There's a few people who thought Joshua won it, but people.
Well, they must have been watching a different
fight.
fight.
Things. They were watching a different fight while watching. I just thought it was a bit childish to throw the bouts away. You remember it was all right when life had a bit of roses when he had 4 draped round him at some point, and everything was going his way, and he was even getting stoppages when he shouldn't have had stoppages, weren't he? When he fought, his name's eluded me now, the tough fighter.
Takam?
Takam.
That was a premature stoppage.
Takam in the last round. He even, whether all of his Stallman stopped within 20 or 30 seconds of the last round for no reason, just to protect his unbeaten knockout record. Well, that's all right for people who don't really know the fight game. When you go up the ladder a little bit, that's all right for your Saturday night, once a month fight watchers. But the people in the game can see through that, and let's give us what we want. We don't want corruption at the highest level. And to me, it's fractured corruption. He had all that going for him. Sorry, mate, this is the fight game. It's now taken away from you. Once you've had all that given to you, somebody's taken it away on a fair basis, and he's not so happy. And, just it seemed a little bit immature, childish. And he's walking back to the dressing room. There's a scene somebody showed me. I don't know the referee. He shouted at an elderly gentleman. I'm trying to find out who it was because I saw a quick glance. I don't know if it was Richard Still, but it was I believe a black American referee. And he told him to act a bit more professional. He used foul language again to that elderly gentleman. And he can be upset for losing, but just seemed a bit childish and he didn't come across nice to me post-fight, to be honest. That's my opinion.
I hear you there, Joe. So, what's your predictions? Obviously, you must be really excited that we're on the prospect of having that unification fight between Usyk and Fury. What's your predictions there? Just an early one.
I think I've got to go with the Gypsy King because I think they're 2 exceptional fighters, 2 very intelligent fighters, but there's an old saying, good big and beats good little. There's not many people carry the athleticism. That's what makes Fury so good. He's a brilliant athlete, as is Usyk. But yeah, I fancy Fury, but I do give Usyk some chance. I give him an outside chance. Whilst he has a massive reach, if anybody can make him miss and fall short, it will be Usyk. And we haven't seen Usyk in the trenches. We haven't really seen him in the trenches. We know he will go in the trenches. We haven't seen him. I think Tyson Fury will make him go in the trenches, and I think it will make for a fantastic fight. And I wouldn't be surprised, totally surprised, if Usyk pulls it off, but I do fancy Fury. But it really is a fight that I'm looking forward to. You've got two blokes in the heavy division who are absolute geniuses with massive hearts. You couldn't ask for a more juicier plate, really, could you?
Yeah, final thoughts for Joshua, if you had any advice, being a professional trainer yourself and manager?
I'd tell him to stop throwing the ties out the pram. He's made an extreme amount of money out of this game. He's 30, I think, 2-year-old. He can see that Usyk and Fury are really close to in retirement. He could potentially get himself back in the mix if he mans up mentally and behaves himself a little bit. There's a future there for him, but I wouldn't hold any great hope of him ruling the world when those 2 retire. He certainly won't do it with them around. But yeah, just go back, take a deep breath, go back to the drawing board, pick some good fights and lay it on the line. But I'd like to see him behave a little better, in all honesty, to be honest, mate.
Okay, mate, solid advice. Right, thanks, Joe, for your thoughts.
A pleasure, anytime, mate, yeah. All my pleasure, thank you.
Cheers.